From the heart of the city to the outer edges of the Beltway and beyond, this is the District of Misfits Show, the drinking show with a podcast problem. This is your guide into our unique and beautiful city, the good, the bad, the ugly, as well as the funny and straight up ridiculous. Told by us before someone tells it for us. The opinions expressed on this show are our own, and we make no apologies.
Oh?
Hey. What's up, fam? Welcome back to another episode.
Is that
of
me?
District of Misfits. Penalty.
That's early.
Sorry. That's totally me. I don't have any sorry.
So, like I said, welcome back to another episode of the District of Misfits Show, the drinking show with the podcast problem, the podcast for the rest of us. I am your boy, CrushingBoo, here with my cohorts, Marcus, Val, and Nick. It has been a minute. We are happy to be back together, happy to be with you. And if this is your first time watching us, welcome. And please take this opportunity to like and share on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We are the District of Misfits Show. On Twitch, District of Misfits, all one word. Coming back soon will be our website. We're CrushingDC on all socials. And if you want to request some gear from us, you can reach out to us at crushingdc@gmail.com. And you can also find us, if you're interested in creating a podcast of your own, amplifying your voice, you can reach out to us at DISTRICTDOGFACESTUDIO at gmail.com. And coming soon will be our District Dogface website. You'll be able to see our packages that we offer for all of your streaming needs. What's up, y'all?
What's up,
What up?
Been a long time since we rock and rolled.
Super fun that we have Boo in the studio as well.
Yes,
it looks like Dixon here, so it's not.
And Nick is in the studio as well.
I'm there in spirit.
He's got the vibe check going on. You know? But yeah, so it's cool. We're back, and we've got a lot of exciting things on the horizon, including a return to our original format, live on location from some of your favorite bars and restaurants around town. Can't wait for that.
I did go to mass today. Everybody behave.
Yeah, man.
You got a mass text?
No, I said I did go to mass this morning. So Laura just said I went to church this morning.
Oh yeah, shout out to Laura. Wish you were here.
Oh, we'd be hammered by now.
No, if Laura were here, I'd be like cockeyed already.
Be the opposite of mass.
Yeah.
Sin and debauchery.
That's the only way to go.
But yeah, so and also along with something new and exciting, we're going to condense our show. We've been going hard for a long time, and 2 hours is it's a
long time.
It's a bit, and we want to give you guys quality over quantity. So look forward to shorter episodes, but they're going to be that much more jam-packed. Especially the live shows might still be.
The
live shows would probably go.
They might
hours,
still be 2 hours, but when we do virtual like this, it'll probably be it'll be shorter. And we're gonna start earlier too.
Allegedly,
we're gonna go back to 9 o'clock. So that those of you that do hang with us, if you hang till the end, your Monday isn't completely ruined.
Just a little.
Just a little bit. Just a smidge.
Ha was.
We're gonna be tanking next year.
Already? So soon?
For next year.
So soon.
Here for a quarter.
Wow. Man. Oh man. Oh yeah. So we're good. We're almost through the gate. We're chilling. That's really funny. You put that up, Marcus. On the menu for tonight, we're going to talk about AI. Google is now introducing AI into their stuff. We're going to talk some women's history. It's Women's History Month. We're also going to talk about Chris Rock. I watched the special last night. I'm going to give everybody my little review and talk about some of the reactions to it, because Twitter is nothing if not an amazing place for people to react about stuff and a few other things. So, but before we get started, you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and I will eventually get back on TikTok. But all those you can find me at CrushingBoo. Marcus, where can you be found?
And like Boo, I am everywhere as the Pasteurized chef.
I can be found on Instagram at Boozy Bastard.
I have sounds like Boozy Bastard.
Sounds
that
like
should
Boozy,
be-
yes.
That should be Marcus's
Sorry.
handle.
I
He should be able to
think
release
that's that's Bradley's actually.
it. Boozy Bradley. I feel like that's kind of redundant, though. Bradley is just Bradley. What about you, Val?
Don't look for me.
Don't. Okay, yeah, leave Val alone. She's had enough of you people. Damn heathens.
Something that I forgot to. We don't necessarily have to talk about today, but since Wes brought up the NFL, I mean, do we want to talk about the whole like secret loans that Dan Snyder?
Oh, I have not been paying attention. Maybe we can work.
We can work it in, because he's stupid, and
So dumb.
this will just help the whole sale of the team and perhaps bringing back some sort of semblance.
I can retell my Dan Snyder Ozio story too,
Yeah.
because that's always
Yes.
just to give you a glimpse into the character of the man.
Fuck that dude.
Oh,
damn.
Oh, no.
We were so close.
Sorry, I got too excited.
Man.
Sorry, maybe no one will pay attention.
Exactly.
No one notice.
1
So
minute.
for those of you who are not up to speed, we're trying to get through the first 10 minutes of the show without swearing, which is apparently
Impossible.
impossible for any one of us on any.
Has it ever happened?
We're I'm sure it has, but it was probably unintentional and no one was paying any attention when it happened. But
Sorry, guys.
Always next time, I guess.
It's so close.
all right. Well, while we're at it, safe words. Go ahead, Marcus. Since it's timely with the conversation. What's your safe word?
NyQuil.
Oh, we switched it up.
That's an edit. Yeah.
That's an edit. In the notes here, Marcus's safe word is giants.
I did
So
not
put that in your pipe, Wes.
I did not do
I
that.
think we should make him use it. Not that Marcus ever uses his safe word. Anyways, it's
Ever.
really decorative.
Ever.
It's performative. Marcus's safe word is performative. Oh yeah, if Laura was here, the 10-minute rule.
Oh, yeah, no.
We just don't even,
We wouldn't even get past 10 seconds.
don't even try.
It's true, Wes. The seltzers made me do it. I mean,
Damn you, Topo Chico.
yeah.
Which, by the way, if you're looking to sponsor anybody,
Hello.
hell, if anybody out there wants to sponsor us,
Right.
we're open.
To the seltzers are because well, maybe that'll be my safe word, seltzer.
Okay.
Oh yes, because you didn't pick one yet. And yours, what's yours, Nick? Yours is
I'm going with meatball.
Meatball. What about you, Boo? Wait, did you already say
Oh no, I didn't. Mine is mango.
mango?
Why mango? Why we don't mango?
It was on the can.
Yeah, mango.
I Kaiser Sozated. Wow, 3 seltzers in and I already can't talk.
Right. So yeah, the seltzers are because for those of you who are heathens in this world, Lent started a week and a half ago. And one of the things I gave up was my beloved Bud Light.
Oh.
Is that why there's
Are you okay, Val?
took that drop in the last week? Anheuser-Busch fucking stock like tanked.
Yeah, so now I'm drinking seltzers because I mean technically I gave up the Bud Light. Technically I could probably drink other beers, but then I felt like that would be cheating. So
I don't think I'm mad at you.
I'm drinking seltzers, which are fine. I just don't love them.
Oh no.
So I also gave up shots for Lent, which has been very difficult behind the bar with one Wesley Mitchell.
I mean, he has drunk abilities.
Every Saturday night. So I made the mistake of last week. We were like, okay, so since we're not doing shots, then we'll just split seltzers. But that's different, Wes. Bud Light Seltzer is different than the Bud Light.
Oh, I don't know.
I think if you're giving up Bud Light, you're giving it all up.
No, I had to. Well, let's be real. I had to give up the Bud Light seltzers because they give me a headache. Weirdly.
They don't like.
But so what we did last week was instead of doing like my wee little whispers of shots,
You did shots of seltzer.
not shots, we would split the seltzers.
So you got just.
So
drunk.
I was shit faced
Yes.
last Saturday. I had to take an Uber home.
Yeah, because that's the
Wow.
kind of shit that when you're moving around, you don't necessarily feel it, but as soon as you stop.
I was hammered. So I had to take an Uber home that night. So then I had to rethink it. So now what I do is I crack one open, and every time we do a shot, I just pour a little bit in a shot glass.
Here.
You know, shots of beer is actually a pretty good way to like manage your drinking through the night if you're behind the bar.
Yes.
I've definitely been on that program a few times.
Pro tips right there.
You know.
So then my other Lenten promise, which I do every year, is that I try to go to Mass every Sunday during Lent. And Avi, I did not have my car last Sunday because I left my car by Town Tavern. I did not go to Mass last Sunday.
Oh, I was gonna say you Ubered to Mass.
No, sir, I could not get up. I had a headache.
Damn you, Bud Light Seltzer.
So I stay away. Now I have to do the high noons over at Town Tavern because they don't have White Claws or Topo Chicos.
Topo Chicos.
Should be getting sponsored by all of these
I know.
we're throwing out here.
Jerks.
Nerd.
Someone write a letter.
Somebody.
we have.
Somebody.
I feel like somebody's in a room, Val.
Maybe.
I drink. You religious?
Oh, so anyway, this morning, I don't know if I want to reveal where I was
Does
this
Val
morning.
want to snitch on herself?
But because I was up kind of late,
Early.
aka early in the morning, I was trying to figure out how I'd go to Mass. Like, would I be able to go to bed and then wake up in time to go to Mass? And then I was like, oh, it's almost 7 o'clock. I might as well go to 7 a.m. Mass. So I went to 7 a.m. Mass this morning.
I've been to church drunk once, and I can tell you that I've never had a harder time not falling asleep. And
luckily-
as a preacher's grandkid who went to church a lot when he was younger, like wasn't religious, but I went there because it was what you were supposed to do. It's hard enough to stay awake. Period. The only way to stay awake in church as a kid is to be doing shit you're not supposed to be doing.
Right.
And
Like
so,
bouncing in the pew.
yeah, writing notes, passing notes, trying to get each other in trouble, making each other laugh and stuff, you know. But if not that, like, I'm fighting sleep.
Well, luckily,
Especially white church. Like,
Well-
I went to my grandfather was a Methodist preacher, and you weren't falling asleep during that shit. Like, it was me too much banging on the pulpit and people fucking Holy Ghost and your shit. But like, when I started going to Presbyterian church, that's a little bit more like straight, you know, a little less flash and pomp and circumstance.
Wow.
And yeah.
Yeah, right.
well, like the upside of me going to the 7 a.m. Mass was that it was literally a half hour long.
Okay. Well, no, if you're Catholic, a half-hour mass is a wet dream.
Right, because there's no singing.
Yeah.
Like I should say it was 40 minutes, but it was because the priest had a pretty long homily, which you could tell. So it was at a school. The church is affiliated with a school, and you could tell that he was a teacher because then he was like, it was sort of like he was talking about the way his homily was like as if he were talking in the classroom, which I appreciated because it was like he was somewhat entertaining and engaging, but then his homily was like a lot longer. So that was the only reason why it was like 40 minutes instead of 30 or 35.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, sweet, this is fast. I'm gonna go to 7 a.m. Mass more often.
Mass Express, y'all. You heard it here first. Don't give it away now, Val, because then everybody's gonna fucking show up and you're not gonna be able to get in. You're gonna have to wait for the 10
Everybody
o'clock.
watching this show is going to do that.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
you never know.
Oh shit! What up, Gary? How you doing, brother?
I've never been to church drunk, but I did go to the dentist super drunk one time.
Oh my
How
god!
did
That
They let
was
you in. Were you like breathing? Just like
yeah, I was
every
terrified.
orifice was
I
like.
just yeah, no, I
They were like,
totally
"Sir, we
totally
can't put you under. You can never come back.
You're already there.
We will
I think
not be able to
they like
resuscitate
checked
you."
me out. They were like they kicked me out pretty quickly. They were like, "Yeah, no cavities, get out." And I was like, "Oh, good." Like, thank you. Sorry. Oops.
Oh man.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah, I totally forgot I had that. But oh well.
I think I went tripping one time too.
To mass.
Oh my god, I could not.
I hung out with a bunch of like D-gens, like two of them were preachers' kids, and they just
One time I went hungover to mass, and my grandfather was staying with us at the time. This poor 80-year-old man, I fainted on top of my grandfather because I was hungover, and we were standing because as per usual with my family, we were late for mass, so we had to stand. And I was like standing there, and I just like got lightheaded, and I fainted a little bit. I mean, not for long. I didn't like 100% lose consciousness, but
Bambi.
and my poor little grandfather, my 80-year-old grandfather, had to like catch me.
Wow.
You are the disappointment of the family.
Black sheep indeed.
I mean,
think- aren't we all
I
the-
lean into that. I am. I mean, legitimately, they called me the black sheep. I was the black sheep of our entire Torres and Villanueva family from the both sides.
I've never fainted, but I've definitely wanted to. Definitely
Oh
wanted
my
to. The
God,
worst
yeah.
is like going from drunk into your hangover while you're conscious.
Mm,
The worst.
yeah.
That is quite possibly the worst feeling.
It is the worst.
And then
had-
having to do shit.
I had that happen, and I felt like just dying. I was going through TSA, and it was just absolute hell. It was the worst.
All you want to do is just be on the plane and close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're like, fuck every single person in this line,
Mm,
every person in
mm-mm.
this building. All I care about is getting to that seat.
Yeah, I took a bottle on a flight one time. It was hammered before I got to Germany, and just couldn't.
Oh,
Back when you were allowed to
when
bring
you were allowed
bottles.
to bring bottles onto planes. Yeah.
No, I wasn't allowed to bring it. Like the Iceland.
Oh, you bought it like in duty free
Yeah, that was allowed
already.
to-
So
yeah,
you,
yeah.
then you,
But they were trying to catch me. I was just passing the bottle around the fucking
Do
plane.
you have anything to declare? Yes, I declare that I just guzzled this fifth.
In Germany,
Can you take care of this bottle for me?
Here you go, sir.
Dude, I did that.
Sir, good
I
sir.
did something close to that one time. I missed a flight. I was supposed to roadie for Next Step Up, and they were going to Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands, and I missed my flight. I was supposed to bring all the merch. I had all the T-shirts and shit, and so they were like, you could either come back tomorrow or you can take a plane. I was supposed to fly to Brussels. They were like, you can fly to London and then take the train to France and then get
Seems
to
like a lot
Belgium
of
from
work.
there, get to Brussels from there. And I was like, challenge accepted. And got to the duty free. I got a big ass bottle. This one Bacardi O had just come out.
Ooh.
So I got a bottle of Bacardi O and a big ass bottle of Orangina, and just drank those back and forth like the whole way. I was annihilated by the time I got to how I made it to Brussels. I made it to the club. They found me passed out on top of all the luggage and all the T-shirts and shit in front of the club where they were supposed to play. Like,
There was
Wow.
one time I was supposed to fly down to Florida to meet this friend of mine from high school, and we were going to stay
Right.
at a friend's place, his friend in Florida in Sarasota. I'd never met the friend before. Like I'd never met his friend down there, but he was the one picking me up because he was flying. My other friend was flying from New York. So I worked the night before, and I was absolutely hammered. Like I was shit faced. I don't know what happened. I think I didn't eat, and it was at the bar that is currently Shenanigans, but at the time it was Morgan's, and I had like this guest bartender, and I just got like
oh, I forgot about Morgan's.
blackout drunk, and like my flight was at 9 a.m. and my friend, she texted me, texted me at like 8:15. Was like, "Hey, just wanted to see how the how the airport is." I popped away. I was still at home. I hadn't woken up. 8:15, and I was like, "What?" I hadn't fully packed yet. Like, I think I packed when I was drunk the night before, and I was like, "Holy shit!" This is pre-Uber time, so I had to go run out, find a cab.
Oh Lord.
And like at this point, I'm not rushing anymore. I'm
I
like,
love that Marcus misspelled amateur.
yeah.
I like it, so keeping it. Not funny.
It's great.
That's not even close to how it's amateur. That's like,
Whitter.
Oh my God.
Whitter
Wow.
hour. So I'm not even in a rush anymore because I'm convinced I've missed my flight.
Yeah.
I'm flying out of National. So I get to the airport and I was like, "Hey, I missed my flight." And they were like, "Actually, your flight was delayed. You could probably still catch it." And I was like, "Huh? Okay." And so she's like, "Go run now." I'm like running, all drunk and shit, like running with my bag. And I make it through. Meanwhile, I had like a pair of kids like scissors in my bag that they didn't even look at, but they made me take out my sunscreen because it was over 3 ounces.
Why you had kids?
why'd you have kids scissors?
Because I was still teaching, and it just happened to be in my bag. I had kids like blunt kid scissors, but like they were in my carrot, like my purse.
Yeah.
And so then I get
pushing
finally at this point I've now realized I have no idea who's picking me up. It's total stranger is picking me up from the airport. Don't know what he looks like. I was like, "Oh my God, I'm cockeyed. I can't even think straight." Luckily he knew what I looked like. He picked me up
I was
and
gonna
then
ask you, yeah. Did he
I open up my luggage, and all that's in there is like a handful of tank tops and a bunch of underwear. Because I didn't finish packing. I packed a little bit, and I think I had one bathing suit. So then he had to take me to the store to buy, like I had to go to like Walmart or something to buy more clothes. But even better, we get to his house. I open up my bag. Now, why I didn't notice this prior to any of this, I open up my bag and I have wads of cash in my purse. And I was like, "Did I put the bank in my bag?"
Oh shit.
I was like, "What the fuck did I do?"
Oh no.
Oh no.
So I had to call the kid who was like guest bartending with me, and I was like, "Do you remember me at all putting anything in the safe?" He was like, I'm pretty sure you were like counting money, and like I feel like you put something in the safe. I feel like you did. And I was like, "Oh my God." And then I counted it. It was all just a bunch of ones because I was too drunk to change out, to wash out my tips.
Oh shit.
And so I just took all the tips and just shoved it in my purse.
They thought you were a stripper.
I was like,
Stripper with underwear.
"Here I go."
Strippers
With
underwear.
some kid scissors and shit.
No,
What's the matter with me?
Let her through, y'all. She got to get on this plane.
Legendary.
They were like, "Just go." I mean, I was sweating. I probably smelled of just booze, and I was just
Ugh.
like, "I gotta get on this flight."
The good old days. Except no sunblock, huh?
Mm-mm.
I'll be
I
damned.
couldn't bring my sunblock, but somehow I was able to come on with some kid scissors.
I mean, you just don't give somebody a bruise.
I could. I don't know. Those kid scissors sometimes are kind of sharp. They're not pointy, but they're sharp. Just FYI. for anybody.
FYI. For those of you that feel that may or may not be running with a pair one day. Gotcha.
Yes, all the sweaty ones. Ugh.
Public service announcement.
Anyway.
So it's March.
Mm.
Springtime's around the corner.
Mm.
It is a
Feels so good.
History Month. Val, you want to
Why, yes, it is.
charge on this, Jenna?
I do. So, Women's History Month started on Wednesday, March 1.
March 1.
Avi,
3-1. 2-3.
how come I can't open this?
3-1.
You know, like
So, we'd like to mark today and acknowledge Women's History Month with, so 110 years ago this week, women marched on Washington for the right to vote. So this 110th anniversary on Friday, for one of the first large-scale civil rights protests in the nation's capital. The Great Suffrage Parade took place March 3rd, 1913, the day before Woodrow Wilson's inauguration. And activist Alice Paul was the one who was the driving force behind the organization of the protest. So we'd like to just mark that occasion and the start of Women's History Month with that.
Here, here.
It's pretty awesome.
So there are a lot of, different events and things happening this whole week. This whole month. We actually I've been working at the Passenger for the past month or so, and we kicked off Women's History Month at the Passenger with the 3 female bartenders who work there. It's myself, Corey Bryant, and my other friend, Marianne McDowell. So we had a kickoff event with Catoctin Creek, who Avalon Una is the person who is their rep. So we did a little Women's History Month event over there. Then they're going to be doing a bunch of stuff all over the city, or the DMV, I guess, with different bars and restaurants that are either women-led or women-owned. Catoctin Creek we've had Avalon on the show before, and Catoctin Creek is founded by a woman, owned and founded by a woman. I forget her name, but
She's a chemist.
yes, she was a chemist, and that's
Badass.
what she ended up starting. She segued into distilling.
We should have Avalon back on. Excuse me. We should have Avalon back on. Catch up. Stuff. Speaking of Virginia, what else is going on, Val?
Oh, so hold please. So in February, Democrat Jennifer McClellan won the special election for Virginia's 4th congressional district, and became the first Black woman to represent the Commonwealth in Congress, which is a milestone and a landmark decision for. I mean, we know how we feel about the Commonwealth. So that was pretty exciting and pretty historical. McClellan is a sitting state senator, and she will serve the rest of. She was replacing Representative McEachin's 4th term. He passed away at the age of 61. At the age of 61, a few weeks before the special election, before winning the re-election. So that was pretty historic, not only happening during Black History Month, but on the heels of Women's History Month starting.
And speaking of Black History Month, since we didn't do a show in February, we should give a shout out to the Howard University swim team who made history.
Oh, am I doing this?
Yep. Fire away, Val. I was
Oops.
just alley-ooping.
So yes, Howard University's swim team, they made history by winning their conference championship for the first time in decades. They won their Northeast conference championship in February to, let's see, it's the first conference championship in 34 years. So it's a big deal for them. Pretty excited and proud of Howard. If Jamie were on the show, it's his alma mater. So
And proof positive that Black people can swim.
They broke 31 school records at just one meet, which was incredible for them. So,
Wow. Super
good job,
impressive.
Howard.
Oh, yeah.
What are they? The bison?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Bison, which is different from buffalo. I found that out when I was teaching preschool.
Well, yeah, what is the difference between a bison and a buffalo?
Truth be told, I don't know. But like
Ah.
this young kid was like obsessed with bison, and anytime someone said buffalo, so I think the bison are what is in native to, or what is in North America, and in the plains.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that. That's not true.
I don't know.
Bing that shit, Marcus.
Well,
Yeah,
if you know,
let's
then why
figure
don't you
this
answer,
out.
Marcus.
31-47. While Marcus does that,
It's technically just the difference between the regions, just a different name, same fucking animal.
I right.
Okay.
I
So it's
wasn't saying that
it's
they
a
weren't different. I think that I was saying they were the ones that were technically in
Bison
North
is not
America.
Wow, where did Bing?
I just made that.
You just made that. Okay.
So like the buffalo, like so in, for instance, in the Philippines, the water buffalo, they call them the carabao. They're like in the Philippines. Laura, you don't ever use her
Yeah,
safe
you're
word, so
safe
shut
word.
the fuck up.
Hers is, again, like Marcus, is performative. Just there for decoration. So I want to take a moment and give a shout out to everybody in the chat, everybody in the comments, everybody that's watching. Please like and share with all your friends, lovers, and frenemies. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, the District of Misfits Show, on Twitch, District of Misfits, all one word. And eventually we will have our website back. But you can find us CrushingDC on all socials. And if you want to pre-order some gear, CrushingDC@gmail.com. And if you want to create a podcast of your own, or if you want to be a guest on the show, reach out to us at DISTRICTDOGFACESTUDIO@gmail.com. Website coming soon.
Also, if you have seen our website before and there's some gear that you would like to purchase, but obviously our website isn't up and running, you can just email us at
Let us know.
CrushingDC.com.
We're getting
At
sorted
Gmail.
out.
And we can order it for you. If there's something you're like desperate to have, we can just get it for you.
So what's everybody watching? What are you guys watching this week?
Everybody watching.
I am watching The Last of Us.
I haven't started that yet. I wanted to wait for a few episodes to build up so I can binge.
Just binge it.
Well, there's 9 now, so good. But
What? Say it again.
there's 9 of them now.
Okay. I can get started then.
So I started watching it. I watched the first episode and I got so anxious. I had to like
It was intense, man.
I like had to pause it and I was like, I don't think I was like really like I was on the edge
I was
of the
like,
couch.
I'm ready for this ride.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I'm not sure I can do it, you know? And so I had to like put it aside and then but then like I let it go for so long that I couldn't remember 100% what happened. So I had to like rewind it and watch the
good
first
TV,
episode
though.
again.
That's good
Yeah,
TV.
yeah,
It gets
so-
you all like in your guts and shit, man.
Yeah. It made me anxious.
I had Nick watch it this week.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. I don't have, what is it, HBO, Showtime? What is that?
HBO, I think.
Yeah, I don't have that, so I watch it. Yeah, same reaction, man. Edge of my seat the whole time. I just could not believe what was happening in front of my eyes.
forward
It's
to it.
amazing, man. Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched. I binged this FX show Under the Banner of Heaven with Andrew Garfield, who played Spider-Man. He's like a Mormon detective, and like there's like this murder, this like woman in this family gets murdered, and there's like a whole backstory about like Mormon history and like these really hardcore fundamentalists.
What's
and
it called
stuff.
again?
Under the Banner of Heaven. It was good. It's
Yeah.
It's very like good true crime, you know.
Okay.
Stuff. Mormons are whack though. That shit is.
Yeah.
The history of that shit is bonkers. And then I started Godfather of Harlem.
Angel of Moroni. Wow.
That's it's all right. I'm digging it so far. I'm like most of the way. It's 2 seasons so far. I'm most of the way through.
Third season just came out.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm looking forward to? New season of Yellow Jackets.
Is it starting?
It's coming out like I think March 24th.
Marcus, we need to get Showtime back.
Yeah, dude, that show surprised me. That show got me.
Oh, that's right. We were the ones who told you to watch it, right?
Yeah. But I also last night I watched the Chris Rock special. Everybody's like, a lot of people are kind of like worked up about. I thought it was funny. Like, it's Chris Rock. He's of a certain, he's of a generation. So like, if you're Gen Z, you're probably not gonna get or appreciate the vibe or whatever. But I don't know. I thought it was good. The Will Smith bit that he saved for the end was like, it was pretty funny.
What's it on?
It's on Netflix.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it just dropped. And it's a good hour and some change. And he does a good job of kind of like teasing the bit before he does the bit, throughout. But like the Twitter reactions, I thought were really funny. Like people were either like 100% like that shit was hilarious, or Chris Rock talk shit about black women. Chris, like, why is he bringing this shit up now? And it's like, because he's making a lot of money and he's a comedian, and that's what comedians do. Like,
For fuck's sake.
Like, I don't want to spoil anything, but he does a whole thing where like he compares the two of them physically. He's like, this dude played Muhammad Ali. He's like, I played Pookie in New Jack City. Because somebody was like, why? I would have hit him back. He's like, what the fuck was I going to do? Like, so, I mean, he's like, there is a distinct physical difference between the two of us. Like, so, it was, I would recommend it. It's if you I feel like, again, if you're of our generation, I've never seen a Chris Rock special I didn't like.
I love him.
Dude, that's Scotty, they gonna kill me. It's fucking genius, dude.
I went back and watched all the Chris Rock specials a couple months ago.
I've never seen one, and like I loved the Chris Rock show when he had his HBO.
Only 2 seasons, I think. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so it is what it is. He has a style, he has a way, and you either like it or you don't.
Right.
Dude, but at one time he was the fucking dude. He was everything.
Because I mean, it was Chappelle was still Chappelle hadn't blown up yet. Kings of Comedy hadn't really blown up just yet. Like it was, he was at the forefront for a minute, and the dude, pays his dues. He does botch. He botches a couple of jokes, and I guess as a pro, he just fucking let it ride.
Right on.
And it's in Baltimore. It's where he's from, so the crowd is hot.
How did I not know he was from Baltimore?
I know.
What's funny is like he talks about Jada, and she's from Baltimore.
Yeah.
But like motherfuckers still laughed. Like it was. Yeah.
I mean,
it was
not Baltimore no more.
Can we talk about the fact that Marcus is just taking to the head NyQuil, just straight switched out of.
Are you on the lean, Marcus? What the fuck?
I thought you were gonna take like 1 dose of NyQuil.
I don't even see any fucking fruit punch over there. He's just going straight. Oh, come on.
Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, mango.
I thought you were just gonna take like whatever the
recommended dose.
See, well, here's the thing. We should have known when he brought the bottle into the store. Because when I came back in from smoking a cigarette, he's like, I'm going to go take some NyQuil. I'll be right back. And he came back with the whole bottle. So we're just now connecting those dots.
So
it's a good thing we're doing a shorter show.
My night medicines I take, if you take it with NyQuil, it's a legit LSD hit.
Oh, we've talked about this on the show. And so, you're going to do it again?
LSD makes Marcus trip, though. So,
NyQuil nortriptyline makes Marcus trip, too.
Oh, well, luckily, for the benefit of humanity, we're doing a shorter show.
Allegedly.
We won't get to see the end
I'm
result.
excited to play my new outro, so we're going to cut it off.
As long as you go back inside and go straight to bed after this, I think we're good.
Right? As long as you don't go out in public, you're cool.
Yeah.
We're going to take some nortriptyline and watch The Last of Us.
Dude,
That'll end up great.
So, hold on. New episodes come out every Sunday, right?
Right.
So is today like episode 10?
It's 9, and there's 10 total this season.
Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What's
Hold on, what Nick, what are you watching? Wait, did we talk about this?
Yeah,
already?
Nick, what are you watching?
What have I been watching? Just horror movies. I watched Hellhole last night. That was pretty
Hellhole.
interesting. Yeah, it's
You seem like a horror person, a horror story person.
I just like watching everything, man. I watch everything from like I don't know, rom
Have
coms
you
to
watched
like
Smile?
horror shit. So what's that?
Have you watched Smile?
I did watch Smile. I like that.
I
I enjoyed
did
that.
you?
I
I
did
didn't like
not
that.
like it. I was not a
What?
fan.
I was like afraid
Oh,
of watching it by myself because like the commercials seemed the trailers seemed like very scary. And I don't like watching
I
oh,
horror
was
movies by
so
myself.
annoyed by the end of it.
The end, I felt like it was like an afternoon special.
I was
Like I
mad the
was
way
like,
that I'm mad at the end of most M. Night Shyamalan movies. Where I'm
well,
like,
you know what?
I just wasted so much of my life.
Maybe you guys had
Marcus,
too much of a build up because I didn't
maybe.
watch any of the ads. I didn't watch. I just like one day randomly we went to the movies and I just said, hey, we kind of heard that people are maybe talking about this. Let's check it out. So
Nick, here's something you need to watch. I think it's on Netflix. Is Archive 81.
Archive 81.
What's
Okay,
that?
This
that
shit,
looks pleasant.
this shit is freaky, dude. It's like Black Mirror type fucking.
Isn't
Okay,
it like an
yeah.
anthology, right? Like each episode is like standalone. Am I
No,
making that up?
it's,
No,
you're making
they're
it
all attached.
all
Oh,
the time.
okay. Hmm.
But it goes back and forth in the history. It's like, yeah, it's good.
I
I meant to watch
also
that and I didn't.
watched a really, I don't know. It was. I'm still on the fence about it as a Nick Cage movie from like 2019 called Running with the Devil, and I only wanted to watch it because it had Lawrence Fishburne in it, and like
I
it was
feel like
like
when you watch like a Nick Cage movie, like you know what you're getting into, and you have to
yeah, I
like be
definitely know what I'm
prepared
getting
for that.
into.
You know, like
I enjoyed it for what it was, and I
yeah.
even liked the ending. I thought the ending was like I
Running
was
with
like
the Devil.
yeah, I was very satisfied. Like I'm surprisingly satisfied. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But it's so he's known as the cook because he owns a restaurant, like a family pizza joint or some shit, but that's his front. And what his job is to maintain the quality control for this coke that runs through this, like, you know, from Colombia up to, you know, wherever. And somewhere along the way, this shit starts getting fucking cut and people are like dying, and it's Lawrence Fishburne
Mm.
cutting it with fucking heroin and fentanyl because he's like a fucking degen. And like it's a decently fun ride. Like again, I found myself, there was moments where I was like, I don't really know where this is going, but by the end I was like, okay.
You know what? Too, I was watching that new Amazon. I just watched that with my dad and my wife. We were watching the Consultant. That's actually a pretty fun watch too. I definitely
Which one is that? Is
recommend.
that kind of like a hitman type shit?
No, it's weird, man. It's just like this weird, really mysterious consultant, and he's played by I forget his name, but the guy who he was in Django. He was like the dentist. He had like the you know what I'm talking about? The Christopher
Oh, shit. I know who you're
you
talking
know
about.
him. Yeah,
I know who
so
you're
you
talking
know
about.
he's the lead of it and he's like amazing. That alone is like a good reason to watch it, but I mean
Um,
I can't tell you too much about it. It's one of those shows again like I don't like hyping a show too much cuz that expectation and that just kind of ruins it for me personally, but if you want to get into something weird, I recommend The Consultant for
okay.
sure.
Something I watched that was fun was a documentary on Hulu called The Wrecking Crew, and it's all about these studio musicians in LA that like basically did the music for anything and anybody you can think of from like the early 60s like through like, you know, one of the guitar players was like he wrote everything from the theme to fucking the original Batman to like
Oh wow.
fucking, and like they, you know, they were the bands that recorded, they were the bands that artists recorded with in the studio, and then they would go and tour with like other musicians like the Beach Boys, fucking Phil Spector,
I feel
like,
like I've watched that. I
you
think I know.
know, yeah, it's really cool. They literally every old ass song, the Mamas and the Papas, like
Wow, man. That's
all those
awesome.
fucking songs, so many of those songs, those were the dudes that played it in the studio.
Wow.
Like it,
That's
and
awesome, man.
yeah, it
You
just
say
made me
that's on
curious.
Hulu?
Yeah. If you're a music lover, and they were like all really tight. It was, maybe like 20 of them, and they were considered the B team because the OGs, they all wore like blue blazers and shit and ties and stuff, and were all like classically trained and didn't want to have anything to do with rock and roll. And these other guys, they were all like jazz musicians and whatever, were like, well, fuck it, you know what I mean?
We'll do it.
Like, oh, we'll do it, yeah. And it ended up being like the force behind, like they did so much music.
That's awesome, man. Wow.
They stopped putting them on fucking people's records, and they got pissed because they were like, we're doing this work, we're hearing our music on the radio, we're not getting any credit,
Wow.
It's good, man. It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
It's so good to see you guys. So good to be.
Yeah, man. It's been a very long time. Wow. But sometimes we need a break, I think.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, yeah.
It's good. It's a good thing.
Definitely. What have I been watching? I don't even know. I started trying to rewatch, not rewatch, but I again tried to start watching Inventing Anna. I know it's like a little late to the game.
What is that? I don't know about that.
It's like based on the true story of Anna. Now I can't remember.
Is it like a period piece?
No. She was a social, like she was a fake socialite who like.
Oh yeah. Like a con.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I
I've
think
heard
she's
of
either
her.
still in
Yeah.
jail or she's on house arrest now. Yeah, she was a Russian scam artist. That's what she was. Yeah. And
Wow.
She totally,
Yeah, it's an interesting story.
Yeah, and it's she's played by the gal who was in Ozark, who played Ruthie.
Okay. Oh wow, cool.
An amazing job. But I had started rewatching it, and it was this weekend or this week I had I had to go to a funeral in Jersey, and I had literally in like 3 days, the average amount of sleep I got each night was like 3 hours. I was so tired, and we were in the hotel, and I was with my friend Bill, and he was like, "I'm so excited to just get a full night's sleep." Because he's away from his baby. He has like a 1-year-old baby. So he's like, I can't wait. And I was like, yeah, I can't wait to actually like sleep for like 8 hours. And I'm like, I turn on the TV and I was like, I'm going to watch Inventing Anna. Because he was like, yeah, watch it. It's really good. I was like, okay, I'm going to try. And like in like 10 minutes, I was like, totally.
Happens.
Did I talk to you guys about the Oval?
No.
Okay, so one of the other things that I've been watching is this show. It's a Tyler Perry. So just to prep you, Tyler. It is written, directed, and produced by Tyler Perry. So, and it is a presidential.
Oh wow.
The first family are all just completely fucking messed up people.
Oh wow.
And
too soon.
Like, and so
too soon.
So much shit happens in the first. I think like the first 10 episodes is a week, and in that 1 week alone, so much fucking shit happens. One season is 25 episodes.
Wow.
So that's like old school, school
yeah.
shows, like where they had 24, 25
every
episodes.
Episode gets more and more insane. I can only watch maybe 2 in a row.
The Oval.
It's bonkers. It is the most awesomely.
Where is that on?
Bad. It's on BET. I think you can, if you got like a Fire Stick or.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on BET.
Okay. I might look for that. It sounds crazy.
It's nuts. It's so trash. It's so fucking trash.
Oh look, we have our first bot.
Yay!
3. Hey, welcome back. Clicks and views, guys.
Oh wow.
Clicks and views.
Looks like we're gonna make it.
And I also was Star Trek Discovery. It was pretty. I've been watching little bits of that.
Yeah, I've been watching Picard. That's what I've been watching.
Picard's on my list. I've decided to give the new Star Trek shows a a run to see how they stand up. I heard good things about Picard.
Yeah, it's good because they
got the band back together.
Yes, and like they're good about like moving the story forward, but also like harkening back to like, they bring back a lot of the old characters, a lot of the old actors.
Star Trek's big on continuity.
Yeah, so I'm
canon.
I'm in like.
Although Discovery definitely pushes it because like they're like in the future now.
Oh. In the future.
In the future.
They end up. Spoiler alert. They end up even like there's I think there's like 3 or 4 seasons. I don't know. They eventually end up like 1,000 years in the future.
Whoa.
Which gives you a lot of like leeway to do shit you would normally do on.
That just screams like 10 spinoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, so Picard, like so I'm in the 2nd season, and like obviously like not obviously, but the 1st season is like well into the future. I want to say it's like maybe 10 years after like the last movie. Like what I forget.
God, I don't even remember the last Star Trek movie with the Next Generation cast.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know. It's like when Data. Well,
Data became like a Borg.
But I don't want to like
spoilers
for those Star Trek people. But it's when the movie that Data dies in. Like so, it's like 10 years after that.
I'm sorry. Are you worried about spoiling it, or are you worried about pissing off Star Trek?
Probably both. But I mean, mostly pissing off Star Trek people because I'm not a Trekkie. But like, so it's a little bit after. It's 10 years after that movie, and like the like sort of like the fallout of what happened and blah blah with Picard. And all this stuff. And then, like, the 2nd season, like, there's some, like, again, just not trying to spoil it, but, like, there's some, some issue that happens in, like, the 1st episode, and they somehow end up in this, like, time warp thing, and they have to go back to 2024, so it's, like, supposed to be our time.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious.
How wrong did they get that?
But it's just funny because, like, they're, like, now they have to remember that they're, like, in our time, and, like, they can't use, like, the things that,
awesome.
They're, like, decades into the future.
Trying to use an iPhone as a tricorder.
Like, there's this one scene where, like, they're talking to somebody, and she was, like, one of them is saying something, oh, I need to, we were trying to get the picture, like she referred to it as something like the still pictures or something like that. The person who was with her was like, just call it a photo. It's called a photo.
Well, who calls it a photo?
But she referred to it as something like unusual, and like, yeah, it was just funny. We're taking pictures.
Yeah.
Funny. That's really funny.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Tell you what, we are at 55 minutes in. And I'm going to take this opportunity once again. Thank you if you're watching. Welcome if you're just tuning in. You're kind of late to the game, but
it's okay.
It's okay.
I mean,
Better
we caught you off guard with coming on at 8:30.
Yeah, we are definitely switching up the game. And yeah, first and the 3rd of every month, we are going to be doing our thing. Did we settle on if we're just going to stick with Sundays?
Yeah.
TBD, but let's say yes for now. Like, if it ain't broke, don't break it. But yeah, we're, again, quality over quantity on some new and exciting things. Returning to some new and exciting things. Anyways, if you are into this and want to share and spread the gospel, please like and share. Smack the shit out of those follow buttons on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We are the District of Misfits Show. On Twitch, District of Misfits. And if you want to hook up with some gear from us eventually when our site is back up, reach out to us at CrushingDC@gmail.com. We are CrushingDC on all socials. If you want to be on the show, or if you want to create a podcast of your own, amplify your voice, you can reach out to us at DistrictDOGFACESTUDIO@gmail.com. Website coming soon.
All right. Speaking of weird, pickleball.
Yeah, what
Pickleball.
the fuck is this? I really, you guys brought it up before during pre, and I wanted you to say that.
So like,
now.
who came up with pickleball, and what the fuck is it?
Someone in
I'd-
California.
Someone
Probably.
what?
Someone in California.
Well, you watched like a whole documentary on it, didn't you? So, do you know a little bit about the background of it?
Spill the tea, Marcus.
So it's
Spill the
fairly
pickle
new. It's supposed to be like a athletic thing for older people and like dudes, like older guys, like mid-30s, 40s. You know, it's an activity they can do that's not like running across a tennis court. It's like racquetball meets tennis.
But like, what exactly? I mean, do you have to have how did it start, and B, like, did people make their own rackets, or like, are they using?
It's just no, it's a thing now, and you can like go to the store and ask the like
buy a
clerk like,
pickleball
hey, I
racket?
want pickleball racket, now a pickleball
But, like,
like ball.
I mean,
But
could-
before that all happened, somebody had to have like been like, here, we're gonna use these rackets. Like, what rackets were they using before they became pickleball rackets?
I want to say they're closer to racquetball rackets.
No, I don't know. Yeah,
That's
they
what you
kinda-
call them, right?
that's-
Rackets?
That's
Am
what
I-
they look. Yeah, they. I don't know. Is it a racket or is it a
Tennis
paddle?
racket? Paddle?
Because it's bigger than.
I guess looks like a paddle. Yeah, it's
It's
pretty
bigger than a ping pong paddle, but it's
smaller than a racket. And that's kind of the whole thing, man. That's the whole sport, pretty much. The court is bigger than a ping pong table,
Ping pong, yeah.
but it's
you- I
smaller
mean, you-
than a tennis court. Like
But
that's
like,
the
you
sport
play
right
it
there.
on the tennis. I mean, they don't make pickleball.
Yes, they do. They do make courts.
So prior to all of that, like, they didn't make pickleball courts, right?
No,
So
they
you
just
just
wanted
would
tennis
play on a tennis court.
I don't know what to
right?
tell you.
No?
Somebody thought it was a great idea, and enough people thought it was great too, and they decided, hey, let's build this shit. And I don't know.
Well, okay, are there pickleball courts in DC?
No, in Virginia.
But
There's in
people
Virginia,
are like
and-
playing pickleball,
What
and
is
there's
this
been this
article?
whole like issue about like people are playing it at all hours of the night, and people and neighbors are complaining that like people can.
It's like a big.
pickleball.
Apparently, it's this big issue, like
Is it a
all around the
super
country.
competitive sport, like where people are like,
So now, so Daisy
Like-
owns a team. He owns like a whole team and shit. There's
What?
there's professional pickleball
There's-
teams.
yeah.
It's
So
it's
basically-
that serious.
So they're going in, they're taking over like tennis courts that aren't being used anymore, and they're cutting it in half. And I'll show you this picture. Like they're cutting the court in half. So, and it's just a
Look at all the
back and
old
forth.
people.
So it's like this. What pisses people off is like moving into these. like,
So stop.
It looks like a foursquare court.
I have the perfect name for this. Pickleball is all wrong. What they need to call this shit is abbreviated tennis. You're literally playing tennis with a ball, but you're using half the racket
And half
and
the court.
half the distance. It's abbreviated tennis. I'm not calling it pickleball anymore. That's the last time you're gonna hear me say that. So,
might piss them
It's
off more than it-
Old
it-
people tennis.
oh,
So there's been.
They're going into these courts that are like country clubs and shit. They're just making all this fucking
Country
racket.
clubs. What the fuck?
It's apparently like super loud, or like well, I don't know about how loud it could be.
is
Like
it though?
that's my thing.
What's
So
the difference in the ball, like the ball size?
it's like one of those
It
like.
looks like a wiffle ball.
It is pretty much. I think
It looks like a wiffle
It
ball.
looks just like a wiffle ball.
So I'm like,
really.
you're playing tennis with a wiffle ball with a shorter handled paddle, half the distance from.
It's ridiculous, man.
It's like
and there's
white people
like
games.
there's
That's-
a
it's-
lot
This
of
is-
like.
It's white people games.
This reeks of first world problems. For
Yeah.
sure. Like,
Yeah.
Well, so check this out. There's this huge argument breaking out in Walter Reed, and
Oh,
because
no.
people are pissed off. People are
not
pissed
Walter
off.
Reed,
People are pissed off that
Oh.
there's people taking over the courts and,
the
and doing stuff.
humanity.
So like last month, I saw this poster. They posted this thing as a protest. I thought
It's a
the
pickleball
poster. Honestly,
protest.
listen. If you're not into pickleball, you might be after you see this poster. Because do you have it, Marcus?
One you put up on the thing.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can transfer.
because
it.
they advertised it as. Do you enjoy bullying children? Do you
Oh.
want some free beer? Do you want to pee anywhere you like? Sign up for the summer pickleball leagues.
Oh wow, that is
And-
some shade.
Because that's what they do.
Is that what they
I-
do?
That's what
They
they're
don't
claiming.
They're just bros acting
the
like
abbreviated tennis
It
bros.
is like definitely a lot of bros and like fucking
the
old
abbrevi-
white people.
The abbreviated tennis bros are coming through and muscling all the tennis prodigies
Wait, where did that go?
off the
I
court
thought it was the pettiest shit ever.
and soiling the grounds.
I'm like, I'm
That is...
not mad at the petty.
I love it. That's why I love this. That's why I
I'm
picked
just-
this story, man. I think it's hilarious.
I'm
Like,
just
like, how
wondering-
can you be so mad about? First of all, it's pickleball. It's hilarious. This is
where did-
ridiculous, man.
Where did you put that? Because I remember seeing it. Is it in the
It's
notes?
right on the notes. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's where I saw it.
So yeah, homeowners.
They made another poster with like the Dare logo.
I feel like
Dare
I need
to
to
keep
see-
kids off pickleball.
Dare
It's
to
ridiculous.
keep kids off abbreviated tennis. I need to see some footage of this to see just like how loud. Because is this like a Serena Williams like thing from
It
like,
cannot be that loud.
12 feet away
That's
from
what they're
your
complaining
opponent?
about.
You know what I mean? With a wiffle ball.
They're complaining that people
Show a picture of the paddle and the ball again.
It is a wiffle ball, yeah.
It totally is.
Like how
The NIMBY neighborhood fights. That's what's cracking the shit out of
how
me.
loud?
Mhm.
I need to see some footage. Like I need to, like how.
We need to find some video.
All right, hold on.
We should go play. Actually.
No.
I would.
Yeah.
I have very poor hand-eye coordination.
Maybe we should like if DC has a team, we should just go and become hardcore fans.
We
Enjoy
should sponsor
bullying
a
children.
team.
Want to pee everywhere, anywhere you like. That's fucking funny.
We'll fucking.
But like on the
Ridiculous.
other hand, like I want to be like
I'm not
do
calling
it, but like
You know what? If I'm
But,
not
like,
gonna,
it-
if we're not gonna call it abbreviated tennis, we have to call it p-ball.
okay. I just feel like this abbreviated tennis is just something that I would absolutely hate.
Defend p-ball.
Like this.
if it's if it's a tech bro hobby,
I just feel like it's just something that like these fucking
it has
kids
like,
who like show up at the fucking passenger. I feel like that's what they would.
it has Florida retirement vibes.
That's what I
Now-
read. That's what I
now
felt
it's
from it.
become, Like, okay, so are we? We all remember the kickball phase.
Yes.
We all remember the kickball phase.
That's still the DC
And
phrase shit.
And then from kickball, we had the bocce ball phrase. There was the bocce phase.
Mm-hmm.
And then what else? What was the thing after that? I want to say axe throwing, but I feel like there was something before that or in between those two things.
Well, what about that ultimate frisbee thing too?
Oh yeah, ultimate frisbee
That's
is
not
yeah.
that's not professional leagues too, though.
Oh yeah, they.
Well, that's the thing. That's what they do. They
They
make
found-
it like.
That's what they
Like-
do.
But when's the last time you
Mind you, this is all like.
hashtag that, Marcus?
That's what they do. Hashtag. That's what they do.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's been a minute since I've heard about people arguing over ultimate frisbee. So this p-ball thing is
Legit. Where are the pickles? Why is it called pickleball? Why?
Because it
Why?
was a cucumber in tennis, and now it's a pickle.
Stupid.
I
It
don't know.
just
man.
sounds like a dumb ass sport and something that I would absolutely hate. So that's why I'm like, even though I like this whole like
now if there's
flyer thing,
if there's-
and I want to like be like all about it at the same time.
Well,
I feel like I would hate all the people who play pickleball.
Well, actually, the
abbreviated
Flyers.
tennis.
Well, the Flyers are actually protesting it. They're passing the Flyers around to gather people against p-ball.
Right, but what I'm saying is like those flyers would technically make me want to support it.
That's
But,
what
like,
I'm. That's how I
also
felt
hate
too.
it. But
Yeah.
like I feel like
like I don't,
They would- I
don't
would hate
like,
them.
I don't like you people, but I defend your right to be able to do what you're doing. It's really what it comes down to. Because
yeah, but also I just I
like,
feel like
people-
I would hate them so much that I wouldn't want to support what they're doing. But like
I don't know.
I feel like I should. I'm conflicted.
I have a
now I'm
question.
conflicted now.
I have a question. Does p-ball involve drinking? Because if it's a sport that involves drinking in some way, shape, or form, then I will support it unilaterally.
See, but that's the same as like the whole like
What?
kickball thing. They were just like,
Yeah,
it's
but-
like make drinking.
Yeah. Wow. All right, I rescind that statement. I'm gonna walk that back.
Let's see what I got.
Pickleball is the fastest growing sport in the United States.
Oh, I already
In
hate
part
it.
because it has a very short learning curve. This is a
This is
basic
the
introduction
most
on how
corporate
to play
looking
pickleball.
ass video.
Pickleball is played on a rectangular 44-foot by 20-foot court. The court is divided into two sides by a low net.
Make it stop.
There are two sidelines, two baselines, a center line on each side, as well as two non-volley
who
lines,
came up
which
with these
create
dumb
two
rules?
non-volley zones that are
Like, how
affectionately
did this
called
happen?
the kitchen.
How did this come?
The center
to
line
pass?
divides
Old people
each
shit
side
that
into
some
two
college
service
kids
courts.
fucking picked up on.
The
Yeah,
left
see, this
service
is how it
court
always
and
happened.
the right service court.
Like,
I think it was
You know,
invented by
Point
William
begins with
Pickle
a serve.
III.
A pickleball serve must be hit
William
underhand from behind the
Bartholomew
baseline,
Pickle
cross
the
court
Third.
into the opposing team's service court. The serve
Yeah, it
must
was
clear
like
the net
he was
and
forced to
not
play it with his rich granddad.
The kitchen. It's called that part is called the kitchen. What?
Yeah.
What is the matter with these people?
Dude's rich granddad made him play it, but he fed him scotch the whole time. So
There's a double bounce rule. What? Shut the fuck up, all of you white people.
I hate all of that. See, and that was what I needed. Like, for you to describe it, I'm like, okay, but I needed to see the awfulness for myself.
They're wearing fucking yuppie ass clothes.
It
Yes, they-
makes the flyer 10 times funnier.
It does. Man,
See, now I do want to fucking
Context-
tell them to go, all of them to go fuck off.
Context is everything.
I'm like with them now. I'm with these people who are protesting. I'm like, I'm going to lean into the protest now.
Context is
That's what I'm going to do.
Wow. We should make that a shirt, their poster. We should wear that as a shirt.
I mean, just, you know.
Oh, wait, I just saw the gays comment. Yes, I mean, I would make contact beer pong into, yes.
Full contact?
Yes, I would do that.
Basketball limit.
See, I would get into that. This pickleball shit, no thank you. This full contact beer pong, I'd do that.
As a matter of principle,
okay.
I can't co-sign. I made a vow a long time ago.
No beer
To
pong?
never beer pong, and it's a principle.
Even if it's full contact?
It could be naked full contact. I would still have to say no.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. You know
That's
how
a
much
lot.
I love naked full contact.
Anyway, hashtag fuck pickleball. That's what I'm going to say.
Oh, that was. Ooh. Pour some of this in my eyes. Wash that shit away.
Right? Now that we have the full description and video of pickleball, now I'm like, no, fuck them
65.
all.
Joel,
No, thank you. Yeah, Joel Pritchard, go fuck off. Fuck you, man. This is what you've done. This is what you've turned us into.
Okay.
Pickleball.
They probably call him Pickle growing up.
Probably.
Pickle.
Joel Pickle.
All right.
I need some
So,
more.
what are we at? We're at an hour and some change in this mug, and I think we should maybe consider. Oh wait, Val's getting up. Val's getting more drinks, so
Drank all those drinks, bro.
we'll maybe we'll call this last call.
What? I thought we were at an hour and a half.
Right, we're at an hour and 10.
110.
Trying to be responsible here. Can't go on this whole song and dance about like we're giving you guys quality over quantity, and then it's like
Of course, he lived it.
it is it is, but I I want to leave the folks wanting more. Like, oh man, I wish that was longer. Instead of like, fuck, I wish it was bad.
Jason, I don't like this little line. That can be you.
Which one? I have not even been looking at the labels. I've just been cracking them and tossing them back.
I have to say that while I enjoy these Topo Chicos, please sponsor us. In the can, no, I don't like it. I don't like it in the can.
Wait, what? Where else do you?
Yeah.
You can also have them in the bottle, in the glass.
No
bottle,
way.
and those are
That's-
so much better. I don't know why. They just are.
Well, glass is always going to be better than.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like at certain like at Dewdrop, they have them in the bottle, and I'm obsessed with them.
Hashtag some of you.
Some of
I
you.
was at the top of
Marcus,
What?
what are you doing?
What'd you say?
what?
Huh?
Your mic is really low.
Yeah, I can't hear you. What'd you say?
What did you say?
I said I'm letting the people watch the pickleball.
Oh no.
You letting the people decide for themselves how awful it is?
I've already decided. It's fucking god awful.
So hold on, wait. In the comments here, Laura has a question about why I'm so adamant. It's
Oh yeah.
I think it comes from working at Crowbar in like
Damn.
early 90s, like the mid 90s, my early
That's
days.
throwing that shit back
I'm throwing
all
it
the
back.
way.
I'm throwing it back, and we used to get, we would get the GW kids, we would get the Georgetown kids, we would get the AU kids.
Don't talk about my Georgetown kids.
Hey, look, let me
No,
go
they're
ahead
awful.
and
We're awful.
unilaterally, all college kids
Awful.
are terrible if from a bartender perspective. Like, it is what it is. Some of y'all can be taught. I can say that much, But dude, I just always associated beer pong with these people I fucking despise that I had to fucking deal with every day. And like, also back then, people didn't have the fucking rinse cup. They would straight up, like, if the fucking ping pong if the ball landed in some shit, they just like fucking tossed it back. It was fucking filthy. Motherfuckers were filthy. And I don't know. It's just
Gross.
yeah. And I can't unsee that. I can't unsee that. That's really, and I would be lying if I said that in a completely wasted state of mind.
You have not played pickleball.
I've
Ping pong.
I've never played a brief of tennis.
I don't know. I still think we should all get like fully like outfitted with like the
Oh yeah,
super,
see, I would do that. I would
like,
put on
and then
some
go play
fucking-
like.
Hey, I have been pro team tracksuits since day one.
Do it.
Like, if there was ever a year for us to bust some shit out, I think that this
I'm gonna
would
find
be-
some tracksuits for us.
this
We need
would be
to pull that out at the right event, though. We need to plan this.
crushing.
we
We
go
would
to
have like the
Crushing
full
DC.
gear, and then like they like tear off. So like when you pull them off, then they're just
super tight,
like,
super short.
like tank tops.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Tearaway
Wow.
tracksuit. We need a little R&D. They got to be soft. They got to breathe. They got to breathe because it's gonna be hot too. We're gonna be getting these in the summertime, and like,
We've been talking about all these like field trips that we're supposed to do as the District of Misfits show. We need to get into that. Yes, Megan.
get
We
it.
need some styling opportunities.
We do. Very, and we need to be more.
But anyway, we need to be better about organizing our team field trips. Like-
Team
That would be
field trip.
hilarious.
Like Drew Swift's gonna kill us. We were supposed to have gone and do shooting stuff
Well,
with Drew Swift.
oh yes, like guns, y'all, not heroin.
Not heroin. No guns.
Yeah.
The other kind of shooting
The other
stuff.
kind of shooting. Yes, indeed.
We need
And-
to do that. We need to do the elevated tours.
Oh yes, and also we had talked about doing the escape room.
Yes.
I'll talk to you.
Oh my god, that
We need to do
sounds
that
hilarious.
also.
That's
Also-
hilarious.
That's the,
I don't think we could do it, but
I don't know. I've done it twice, and I've gotten out twice.
I would just
so-
look
Oh,
forward
3
to
times.
watching Marcus and Jamie.
Arguing about the clue.
Yeah.
once that tension starts like really
I'm
kicking
like,
in,
I don't care. how
that
much
pressure,
it's
the
stressing.
clock
And then we
ticking
have to
down.
turn on like the OnlyFans page.
I don't care how long it takes for us
Oh
to
my
get out
God.
of here, because this is good fucking TV. Soak that shit right up. Sop it up with a biscuit.
Well, we really need the tracksuits for this shit though, because that
Definitely.
Oh,
we can just
for
do
oh
practice
yes,
or-
for real. Give me all. Oh fuck. All right. What else, man? You got any? I know we.
I I sent a bunch of graphics
Graphics.
earlier today.
Yes. Show us some things.
I don't know if you
Marcus.
really looked at them, Marcus, but
I did not.
Oh, that's
of them
even
are
better.
funny.
It's a blind.
some of them were funny.
All right, well, I can go grab. Where'd you send it to?
To let's see,
Hey, cool.
probably downloads. Facebook downloads. Nope. Yep. Oh, I sent some videos too. I forgot. I also sent some videos.
The downloads.
Yep. There's a I did not send this one, but there's this one woman. I don't know if you all have seen her or follow her. She's a she does, what do you call them, duets or whatever, with
Oh yeah.
videos where like she's commenting on like cooking videos, and like
Yeah.
she'll always be like, "You're so creative," and there's like she's like making fun of them because they're just
They're doing
horrible.
awful things. They're putting ice cream on fucking raw chicken.
Oh my god, man. I hate that. I hate that.
She's like, "You're
Ugh.
so creative." She's really funny.
Here's some raw chicken and some mint chocolate chip ice cream and some rainbow sprinkles.
Good luck, fucker.
She's like, "Oh, look, you put the pasta in the casserole uncooked, and then you just pour the milk on top of it. That's so creative." She's like, "And then you add cinnamon. Oh, look at that. I
Cinnamon.
wonder what that might taste like. That's so creative."
I love that. I love that.
She's really funny. People do the wildest shit just
Well-
to get like, I feel like just to get like
Do
views
you
and clicks and shit.
do you think that those like super whack like cooking videos? Do you think they're intentionally doing that?
I think now that she's started doing that stuff, I think a lot of them are just doing it just to get her like, more views and stuff. So specifically to get people like her to, repost their dumb shit. But some of them are like for real. Like they're like, "Oh wow, this is a great thing."
I can't
There's
believe
this,
I
like-
cannot. There's no way. There is no way.
So there's this one that I was watching, and I went into this like crazy rabbit hole because it was this older woman who is from the South, and she was like, I mean, you could tell that she was like very proud of these recipes, like these family recipes, and I was like, what the fuck is she making? Like, and they were so bad, and like I felt bad because she seemed very proud of them, but the people in the comments were just roasting her. They were so bad.
I mean, here's the thing though. Imagine you're just like, these motherfuckers are gonna hate this one. You just start like throwing together this fucking whack ass shit. Like, I mean, I don't know. I could see maybe, I could see it being like both ways where like, yeah, she might legitimately like making whatever this fucking weird shit is. But like, I feel like maybe every once in a while,
For sure, there are
Right.
people who just like
I'm gonna
bullshit.
throw out some like, here's some raw ground beef and some fruity pebbles.
There's this like one lady. This is the first time I actually saw this "You're so creative" lady. This woman put like, it was a one of those disposable like casserole things.
Yeah,
What do you call them? Foil, aluminum things.
yeah.
Oh.
Aluminium.
Aluminum, and they left the paper like that's in the well of the thing, like the paper. They left it in and then poured the pasta and like the stuff on top of it. And she's like, "Oh, and you leave the label in. That's so creative."
Dude, I don't know. That's,
But I was like, they can't possibly be serious about that. They can't.
No,
This
man.
person cannot
I
possibly be
refuse.
thinking that
Definitely,
like this
like-
is like a good idea. Why are we looking at this?
definitely
No.
also wait for it. Wait for it.
But there's like this one couple that like they're kind of fucking annoying, and they like do all these recipes, and they have this really nice.
Do they eat the food that they?
Yes, they do, and they'll be like, "That's really tasty," and you could tell that it's not really tasty.
God. Oh no.
Dude, I saw
Disgusting.
I saw
So bad.
a reel on Instagram about a dude. He's talking about he got pulled over I want to say he was somewhere in the Midwest. TSA. Everyone on TSA was white, and he had some adobo in his bag, and they had never seen it before. And he's like, "Seasoning, it's great. I put it on everything. Change your life." And they were like, "Do you mind if we test? Like, they're like, you mind if we try it?" And he's like, "Yeah." Videotapes them like with the rubber gloves on, like, like tasting it, and I was on the fucking floor. He's like, proof positive that like some people just don't believe in seasoning. I mean, 'cause, literally on the label,
God.
it's like there's a
Right,
picture
put it
of,
on
like,
chicken, put it on
meat.
like yeah.
On the fucking, what is this? Oh, shit.
What is this powder? What?
Wow. Wow.
Bless your fucking hearts, bro.
Crazy ass shit, I tell you.
All right, so we're
22.
gonna get down in 2 weeks, the 19th, unless some wild shit happens, like I get called to work.
Oh no.
Boo.
But that's the beginning of my birthday week, so
Ooh.
we will be
What are we
getting
doing for
down.
birthday?
We'll be getting down.
That's Laura
We'll be getting down live on location
in her red boots.
at a location TBD. We will confirm and let you all know. So follow us on all the socials and stay tuned.
Hopefully, because that will be near the 3-year anniversary of our very last on location show.
And there you have it, historical.
Before, at the beginning of the COVID time.
If you've never watched or showed up for one of our on location shows, let me just tell you, it is special. With a capital
Special.
So we look forward to it, and I don't know.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
All right, now I guess with the pictures you have,
What do I have?
pictures you sent.
Oh.
Well, first, there's this.
Oh yeah, we have to talk about Emma G's thing. So she's doing in celebration of Women's History Month, our good friend Emma G, who has been on the show many times and has also been a host on our show, has filled in for Boo and for others in the past. She is doing an event, Rock Women's Health, at the Hard Rock Cafe on Wednesday, March 8th from 7 to 9. If you can
That's
make
my
it,
mom's birthday.
that would be lovely. She proceeds will be going to Women in Music organization. It's a 501c3. So we love Emma. She's been doing so many good things. Especially during COVID, she was really able to, utilize like her strengths to make the most out of the pandemic.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
She started teaching. She started like promoting like teenagers, young children, and in music. And so we're very proud of her. We are proud to have her as a friend of the show and a friend of ours. If you can make it to her, she's also dropping her new single at this show.
Mm-hmm.
So Wednesday, March 8th at Hard Rock Cafe from 7 to 9. Be there if you can.
All right, so picture number 1.
Today, 8-year-olds are asking for the latest iPhone. When I was 8, I felt like I'd won the lottery if I had this pen.
That is some shit.
And I love that pen.
I mean,
There's like one pen I remember that had like not just like the regular traditional colors of black, red, blue, and whatever. Like they had like the different colors.
It had like the green and the purple
magenta
and shit.
And the purple, and I was like, yo, I've hit the lottery. Mom, can we please get this?
we all at one point tried to push all the buttons at once.
Yes.
You
And
fucked it
never
up.
worked,
It
and
would
then
get stuck
you
for a
fucking-
second.
Yes.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
break the fucking pen, and then you wouldn't be able to use it.
Yep.
It'd be so sad.
Mhm.
Yes, that was amazing.
Oh.
I love that pen. And then they like upgraded to like some pens that had like 8 colors all at once in a pen. That
Mm,
was incredible.
it was good times.
What else you got?
Whenever I'm having a bad day, I like to remember all the homophobic Christians that have pictures of Caucasian Jesus actually have pictures of Da Vinci's boyfriend.
Really, what that is? That's
Always
Yes,
improves my
that
mood.
is really what it is.
That's amazing.
all right.
I mean, that was not the white Jesus that I had in my house,
I've
but like
never seen
I've
Jesus
potentially
before.
seen that Jesus other places.
that. But
'cause
that's the.
Da Vinci's
that's,
boyfriend.
Have you guys seen
Allegedly.
that? There was like I've seen a meme a long time ago of some kid who gave like his grandma a picture of like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and she framed it as Jesus.
Well, that's funny.
Of-
Funny you say that. I
of
was
what's
at
his
Val's
face?
house.
He's got the hood.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah.
I was at Val's mom's house a couple months back.
Oh, shit.
I took a picture of
Wait,
the
what?
saint. I sent a picture to Val. I was at her mom's house, and I took a picture of the saint. I'm like, when did Obi-Wan Kenobi become a saint?
Saint Obi-Wan.
Just
It was a picture at my house. That is another field trip that we need to make. Is all the Misfits come to my mom's house?
Dude,
We should do a show from there.
so many
With-
Jesus. There's so many Jesus.
And then I will be coming in like giving us food every so often.
Oh my god. And Jamie has to be there, mandatory. Like,
We could do it on the deck.
love a good deck.
We played outside till the streetlights came on. After that, the weakest among us ended up on Unsolved Mysteries.
So that's funny.
I mean, that was like some real 80s shit. Like,
I
Nick, I
mean-
know you're like a little too young to like.
Milk cartons. Dude.
You know what? I
Missing
played
kids
outside
on milk
and I would
cartons. That was
go
like a
past my
reality.
allowed zone of going out. And yeah, it was fun though.
We definitely like our neighborhood where I grew up. We had like I lived on a cul-de-sac, and there were a bunch of us, probably like 7 houses of kids who were approximately the same age. You know,
Mhm.
within like 5 years,
Yeah.
6 years of each other, and like when there was one of them, one of the families had a bell. When you heard the bell, we all had to come home.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's amazing.
And then when you didn't, then forget it. My aunt, Yai, she'd be like all angry in the door, being like, "Where are you? Where are you not home?"
Wow.
It's-
Just
it's-
belting from the door, just like
902, do you know where your children are?
oh.
All right.
Magic Mike grossed 167 million. If you still think girls like dad bods, keep dreaming, pal. Shrek grossed 484 million. Just so we're clear. I mean, it's not wrong. Although I really want to see the new Magic Mike. I'm really excited for it.
Okay.
No, nobody else. No.
Crickets.
Here's, you know what? Shout out to Channing Tatum and all the.
Also, Twitch. It's the last movie that he was in before he sadly passed. So
Who?
I'm excited. Twitch.
Oh, really?
He was in it because he was an amazing dancer.
I did not connect those dots. I've never seen a Magic Mike movie. I've seen parts of. Like,
He was in the second, which I forgot about, but like he was in the second Magic Mike, because again he's an amazing dancer. Can we just please? I don't know if I've talked about this on the show, but so Town Tavern has. Town Tavern does
that
on
was that for
Saturdays.
me.
We do shows before like the college kids come in. So we do 3, usually 3. Sometimes it's 2, but it's usually 3 1-hour shows starting at 6:00, where the first show is like a burlesque show, and so these like lovely women usually who come out and like they do their like little burlesque shows. They're very talented. There's actually a couple that comes on, and they're like, they should be like at the Kennedy Center. They do all these like acrobatics and stuff, and they're doing it in this tiny little space at downtown.
Oh, wow.
Upstairs. Yeah, it's amazing. They're so good, and so they do the burlesque show, and then the second show usually is like a drag show. So like these drag queens come out and sing. Then the third show is the male review.
Yes.
And like, I tell you what, these, first of all, the majority, like most of them are actually very talented. Like they're, I mean, ripped and like just like do all these things, you know, but I mean, it is like low key soft porn. Like
it's
say it,
Val, it's scandalous.
Scandalo.
It is muy
Like-
escándalo. Like
The people who come when they buy their tickets, they have to sign like a waiver so that they don't get upset like with the things that happen to them. And like they are like low key violated. So like not just the people who are coming to the show get violated. Sometimes the people coming to the show violate the entertainers. And I'm like, what
So what's
is
funny
happening
is that
here?
one time I came to meet Val and it was on a Saturday and I thought that she was working downstairs and it turned out no, she was working upstairs. She did not tell me that there was a show. And I was about to be like, oh, you know, burlesque show, I support, you know, the arts. Yeah, sure, I'll pay the cover, but it had just changed over
to the male
to
review.
the male review, and I mean,
Were you violating?
I've never
Were you
participated in one, but I've been around the block. I understand what these things are, and so I was like, I will hang out downstairs and have my drink. I didn't want to take up space.
But you heard the crazy upstairs, right?
I
like
was getting to that because I was sitting towards the back of the bar downstairs, and even from there, it was like, yo, those motherfuckers are.
and the ladies who come are
Growing.
they get like yesterday we had a much smaller group of people who were there.
I bet you have, Wes. Bet you have.
When he see you
you
think
have.
some people might think this is a joke. There have actually been women who've been like, when are you getting up on
I
stage?
take it totally serious. And you know, maybe part of the reason why I didn't go up there is because I didn't want to be subjected to
I mean, they might have,
type
you know.
of,
Nobody cares about me up there. Half the time they don't even realize I'm back there. I'm like, I'm the bartender too. It's
All right.
crazy.
So
Last
what you're
night,
saying is I should guest bartend the male reviews.
yes. It's crazy. I mean, it's hilarious. And every time, poor Wes is just, he doesn't even pay attention anymore. He just sits there on his phone. But like, I legitimately, I'm so entertained every fucking Saturday. It like makes me laugh.
I think in advance of Val, you sent me
What did I send?
the purple guy, Barney.
Oh, Barney. Yeah. Let's watch this.
Oh,
This is funny.
Yo, you coming, G?
Nah, you guys going.
Well, nigga, you gonna be at the function, bruh?
I don't think so, Barney.
Why? What the fuck's your problem?
The thing is, I can't dance like the rest of them.
Bro, what the fuck you mean, dog? Get the fuck out here and get your fucking groove on, dog.
I can't dance at all. I don't know how.
Nigga, that shit easy, bro. Watch this. You just hit this shit like this real quick. Shake that butt, baby, get
I can still.
Nah, bro, you just gotta hit this shit like this. Down, go shake that butt, just shake that butt.
I can't, Barney.
Nigga, if my fat ass can do it, you can get out and fucking dance.
Bye, guys.
Well, bye, Jamal.
Whatever, nigga. What's good, nigga? Dude, I had a question before you go. I kind of know what the problem is.
What are you talking about, Barney?
Look, I was thinking about it, and then I looked down and I saw your shits. I had to ask you, what are those? Nigga, what's wrong with them? You got on the Benjamin Franklin Civil War loafers, penny loafer, no penny having 1920s hobo looking road circus security shoes, and you thought I was finna let your socks slide, my G. Your socks look depressed, bro. You don't have the calf muscles to keep your shits up your leg, my guy. You took the socks and the shoes together out the lost and found, bro. Go put them shits back, dog. But I got something for you.
Oh my god. Oh,
Wow.
shit.
With that, catch us on our next live show. It'll be on location. We'll let you know as soon as we figure it out.
Yeah, stay tuned for details, man. We'll let you know on all our socials, man.
Oh
It's
my
been
God.
great. Love you guys.
Check out to do that.
Grab his dick and twist it!
We're totally insane.
They pushed me out and maced me.